I'm about to be divorced.
Oh my God.
And I went on the one acting up.
You started this. I know you started this. Get out.
But there's still certain things we need to talk about.
No, go and keep going.
You talking like that.
Yeah, no.
I don't want my kids to be around that.
Get out.
And every time Martell Holt does something, Melody, she runs social media and put my out there, but I haven't done that.
Let's be honest. There comes a point when even the people who love you the most can no longer stay silent. A point where defending someone turns into exhaustion. And right now, that moment has arrived for Martell Holt in a way nobody expected. For years, viewers of Love and Marriage Huntsville watched Martell move through scandal after scandal while somehow keeping one foot planted in denial. No matter how many headlines exploded online, no matter how many emotional interviews surfaced, there was always someone standing beside him trying to soften the damage. And most of the time, that person was his mother, Martell Holt. But now, something feels different. Fans were shocked after Martell finally opened up about Arionne Curry and the hold she believes this relationship still has over her son. And the reason people can't stop talking about it is because Martell didn't sound angry. She sounded tired, heartbroken, afraid. That's what made her words hit so hard. Because when a mother who has defended her child through public embarrassment, cheating scandals, custody battles, and endless criticism suddenly starts warning people about the woman in his life, fans know this story has crossed into dangerous territory.
I'm about to be divorced.
Oh my God.
I mean, Mama, what are you thinking?
So when you get that divorce, then what you gonna do?
I mean, I'm
my God.
gonna have a helper, a nanny.
Are you serious?
Yeah, Mama, you know I need help cooking, cleaning, folding clothes, washing clothes.
Well, you should have thought about that before you got to acting up.
And I went on the one acting up.
You started it.
How you know I started it?
And honestly, the saddest part is that none of this had to happen. There was a time when Martell Holt looked like the perfect success story. Back before the drama consumed his image, people saw him as a family man, a businessman, a husband building an empire alongside his wife, Melody Sherry. Together, they looked unstoppable. Their chemistry was part of what made fans fall in love with the show in the first place. They weren't just another reality TV couple arguing for cameras. They looked real, ambitious, driven. They were building businesses, raising children, and creating a lifestyle people admired. And for a long time, people believed the image they saw. But behind closed doors, another story was unfolding, one built on lies, secrecy, and choices that would eventually destroy everything Martell spent years building. His affair with Arionne Curry didn't last a few months. It stretched on for years. Nearly a decade of deception hidden behind family photos and public smiles. While Melody was trying to hold their marriage together, Martell was living a completely separate life on the side. And when the truth finally exploded into public view, the fallout was brutal. The marriage collapsed, the trust disappeared, fans turned against him almost overnight, and suddenly, the same man once praised for building a family empire became the center of one of reality television's messiest scandals. At first, many people believed Martell would eventually wake up and change course. Even after the divorce, some fans hoped he would finally take accountability, focus on healing, and rebuild his relationship with his children. But instead, the chaos only grew louder. And through all of it, Arionne remained attached to the drama. That's where Marlene's growing concern seems to come from. Because from her perspective, this relationship hasn't brought peace into her son's life. It's brought destruction after destruction. What nobody expected was for Marlene to finally admit publicly that she fears where this situation is leading her son. That confession changed everything. For years, viewers accused Marlene of enabling Martell. Every time she defended him online or appeared to excuse his behavior, critics dragged her across social media. Some fans even believed she blamed Melody more than Martell himself for the marriage falling apart. But now, even Marlene appears exhausted by the cycle. And honestly, you can almost hear the heartbreak underneath her words. Imagine being a mother, watching your child lose everything piece by piece while feeling powerless to stop it, watching opportunities disappear, watching public respect fade, watching your grandchildren get pulled into toxic headlines over and over again. That kind of pain changes people. And according to fans, Marlene finally sounds like someone who realizes the damage has gone too far. Here's where things become even more emotional. Marlene isn't only worried about Martell's reputation anymore. She's worried about the kind of man he's becoming. There's a huge difference between the two. A damaged reputation can recover. Public opinion changes all the time. Celebrity scandals fade eventually.
But when somebody gets stuck in a destructive pattern for years without growth, accountability, or peace, people closest to them start fearing something much deeper. That's what fans believe they're seeing now. Because if you really step back and look at Martell's life since the affair became public, it's been one crisis after another. Court battles with Melody, social media arguments, public embarrassment, business struggles, co-parenting tension, online backlash, and somehow every road keeps leading back to the same toxic situation. Meanwhile, Melody has slowly rebuilt herself, and whether people love her or not, most fans admit she handled the collapse of her marriage with strength. She focused on her children, expanded her businesses, protected her peace, continued moving forward. That contrast has become impossible for viewers to ignore. While Melody appears to be evolving, Martell often looks emotionally trapped in the same chaos that destroyed his marriage in the first place. And according to many fans, Marlene finally sees it too. But here's the twist nobody saw coming. Some people believe Marlene's warning isn't only about Arionne. They think it's also about Martell refusing to let go of control. Because one of the biggest criticisms surrounding Martell over the years has been his constant need to dominate every situation around him. Whether it's relationships, co-parenting, or public perception, fans say he struggles whenever things stop revolving around him. That issue became especially obvious during his custody battles with Melody. What started as disagreements over parenting eventually turned into ugly courtroom drama that played out publicly for everyone to watch, and every new conflict seemed to create more emotional damage for the children involved. That's the part many people say hurts the most, because while adults argue online and fight over pride, the children are left carrying emotional scars they never asked for. Marlene reportedly expressed concern about exactly that. Not the headlines, not the gossip blogs, the children. And honestly, that's when this story stops feeling like entertainment. It becomes sad. Because no grandmother wants to see her grandchildren grow up surrounded by bitterness, public humiliation, and endless fighting. No parent wants to watch their child self-destruct while pretending everything is fine. And the deeper this situation gets, the harder it becomes to ignore the emotional consequences. Fans have also pointed out another uncomfortable truth. For all the years Martell spent defending his relationship with Arionne, the relationship itself has never looked stable. It's always been surrounded by tension. One minute there are rumors they're together, the next minute they're fighting online, then somebody goes live on social media exposing private details, then another messy interview appears. Instead of bringing calm into each other's lives, they seem to trigger more chaos every single time their names become linked again. That's why Marlene's words shocked people so deeply.
Because mothers notice patterns long before outsiders do. And if she's finally openly expressing fear about this relationship, fans believe things behind the scenes may be even worse than the public realizes. One moment people keep bringing up is how Arionne herself has often appeared emotionally drained by the entire situation. There have been online rants, emotional videos, cryptic posts, and moments where frustration spilled out publicly. At times, she looked tired of defending herself. At other times, she looked angry at Martell. And through all of it, the relationship never seemed healthy or secure. That's what makes this entire story feel tragic instead of romantic. Because what began as an affair built on secrecy eventually turned into years of public dysfunction. And somewhere in the middle of all that chaos are children trying to grow up normally. That reality is what appears to haunt Marlene the most. People close to situations like this understand something outsiders sometimes forget. Affairs don't just damage marriages, they ripple through entire families. Parents suffer, children suffer, grandparents suffer, friendships collapse, trust disappears, and once the damage becomes public, healing gets even harder, especially when pride keeps people trapped in toxic cycles. Fans also noticed that Marlene's tone recently sounded very different from the past. Before, she often came across defensive whenever criticism surrounded Martell, but now she sounds emotionally defeated, almost like she knows her son is standing at a crossroads. One path leads toward accountability, growth, and healing. The other path leads deeper into resentment, conflict, and emotional isolation. And according to viewers, Marlene fears he's choosing the second option. What makes this even more heartbreaking is that Martell once had everything people spend their lives trying to build: a family, a thriving career, public support, business opportunities, respect. And slowly, one decision at a time, it all started falling apart.
That's why fans reacted so strongly to Marlene's warning, because it felt less like gossip and more like a mother grieving the life her son threw away. And the truth is, many people can relate to that pain, not because they're celebrities, but because almost every family has watched someone they love make destructive choices while refusing to listen to advice. Sometimes it's pride, sometimes it's ego, sometimes it's emotional addiction to chaos. Whatever the reason, watching somebody spiral while being unable to save them is devastating. That emotional exhaustion is exactly what many viewers heard in Marlene's voice. And perhaps the most painful part is this: deep down, she probably still believes her son can change. That's what mothers do, even after disappointment, even after embarrassment, even after heartbreak. They keep hoping. But hope becomes harder when the same mistakes keep repeating. And fans think Marlene has finally reached the point where silence is no longer possible. The emotional toll of this entire situation has clearly touched everyone involved. For Melody, it meant rebuilding her life while carrying the pain of betrayal publicly. For the children, it meant growing up with their family struggles discussed online by strangers every day. For Arionne, it meant becoming permanently connected to controversy and public criticism. And for Martell, it meant watching his image slowly transform from admired husband and businessman into a cautionary tale. But for Marlene, the pain may cut deepest of all. Because parents carry a unique kind of heartbreak when watching their child destroy their own future. You want to protect them. You want to defend them. You want to believe they'll eventually wake up and change. But eventually, reality becomes impossible to ignore. And that appears to be where Marlene is emotionally right now.
Fans say her warning didn't sound hateful toward Arionne. It sounded desperate, like someone begging her son to finally recognize the damage surrounding him before it's too late. That's why the internet reacted so strongly, not because the words were explosive, but because they felt real. And reality always hits harder than gossip. Now people are asking the same question over and over. Will Martell finally listen? Will he look at the relationships around him, the constant conflict, the emotional damage, and decide to make real changes? Or will he continue repeating the same cycle until there's nothing left to repair? Because at some point, every person has to face the consequences of their own choices. Fame can distract people for a while, attention can cover pain temporarily, but eventually the noise fades and reality remains. That's the part of this story that feels so heavy. Underneath all the reality TV drama, social media fights, and public scandal is a family carrying years of emotional wounds. And sometimes the loudest warning isn't screaming. Sometimes it's a tired mother finally admitting she's scared for her son. That kind of honesty changes everything. Because when your own mother starts worrying about the people around you, the life you're living, and the direction you're headed, it forces everyone to stop and pay attention. And maybe that's why fans can't stop talking about Marlene's words. Not because they were cruel, not because they were messy, but because they sounded painfully sincere. At the end of the day, relationships built in chaos rarely create peace. And no matter how much people try to defend toxic patterns, eventually the emotional cost becomes impossible to hide. Right now, many viewers believe Martell Holt is standing in the middle of that reality. And if he doesn't change course soon, the biggest loss may not be money, television fame, or public image. It may be the complete collapse of the relationships that matter most. Because scandals fade, headlines disappear, reality shows end, but the damage done to family can last forever. And judging by Marlene Holt's warning, she fears that truth more than anyone else.